Now students, let us discuss about other natural phenomena, that is earthquake. So earthquake means what? An earthquake is a sudden shaking of the earth crust which lasts for a very short time. So it is caused by deep disturbance inside the earth crust. The energy stored in a earth's deeper layer over a long period of time is suddenly released, usually in form of liquid consisting of rock, resulting in earthquake. Now to understand how exactly the earthquake occurs, we need to understand the internal structure of the earth. So interior of the earth, or we can say earth's interior, consists of the following three layers, that is crust, mantle and core. Now when I am explaining this, observe this image carefully. Now crust is the outermost layer of the earth, whereas mantle is the central layer of the earth and core is the innermost layer of the earth. Now when we are talking about thickness, crust is 5 to 10 km thick at the ocean floor and 30 to 50 km thick under the continents. Mantle, it extends up to the depth of 2900 km from the base of the crust and 2830 to 2890 km thick, varying from place to place. Core, it extends up to the depth of 6360 km and its thickness is about 3400 km. Regarding composition, crust consists mainly of rocks of lighter substance, whereas mantle consists mainly of rocks of iron and magnesium. Core consists mainly of iron and some nickel. State of matter, when we are discussing about state of matter, crust is usually in solid state. Mantle, due to high pressure, the mantle rocks are in solid state. However, the inner layer of the mantle rocks are in molten state. Core, the outer core is in molten state, but the inner core is a solid ball. Now let us understand this through this table. So this table shows the difference between the three layers of the earth. So crust is the outermost layer, mantle is the central layer and core is the innermost layer. Regarding thickness, crust is 5 to 10 km thick from the ocean floor and 30 to 50 km thick under the continents. Mantle, it extends up to the depth of 2900 km from the base of the crust and 2830 to 2890 km thick, varying from place to place. Core, it extends up to the depth of about 6360 km and its thickness is about 3400 km. Composition, crust is consists of rock of lighter substance, mantle, rock of iron and magnesium, whereas core consists of iron and some nickel. State of matter, crust is usually in solid state, mantle, outer layer is solid state and inner layer is molten state. Core, outer core is molten state, whereas inner core is solid ball. Now students, let us discuss about the causes of earthquake. So we are going to discuss first, that is movement of the tectonic plates, second, volcanic eruptions, third, dislocation of the crust, and last, underground nuclear explosion. So first is movement of the tectonic plates. So the surface of the earth is not one continuous piece, but it is broken into many large pieces. So this large pieces is called tectonic plates. Now the movement sometimes causes Now students, let us discuss about the causes of earthquake. So first is movement of the tectonic plates, second volcanic eruptions, third dislocation of the crust, and last is underground nuclear explosion. So first is movement of the tectonic plates. So the surface of the earth is not one continuous piece. It is not made up of one continuous piece, but it is broken into many large pieces, and this large pieces is called tectonic plates. Now world is divided into 7 large tectonic plates and several smaller plates. Now due to the slow movement inside the earth, these plates move with respect to each other about few inches. While this may seem very small, but the magnitude of energy developed by this small movement is enormous. Enormous means big. The movement sometimes causes the edges of the tectonic plates to grind each other with a force. So they may get deformed. Deformed means it changes its shape. Displaced means move from original place, crushed or fractured. So this may also slide under each other. They may even move apart from each other. So such changes in the plates sends a tremor. Tremor means a slight movement or setup vibrations through the crust, causing the earthquake. Second is volcanic eruptions. So volcano is a hole in the earth crust through which a molten rocks and hot gases under a high pressure rushes out. So when the energy is released, it causes vibration in the crust. So again this vibration causes earthquake. Next is dislocation of the crust. So over the millions of years, the movement of the tectonic plates have created weak points in the earth crust, and these weak points are called faults. So most fault occurs along the boundaries of the tectonic plates, and these zones where earthquake occurs, these weak zones are known as seismic or fault zone. So in India, we can find this fault zone in Kashmir, Western and Central Himalayas, the whole of Northeast, run of Kutch, Rajasthan and Indo-Gangetic Plain. And some areas of South India also fall in this danger zone. And last is underground nuclear explosion. So underground nuclear explosions cause very powerful vibration, and this vibration cause earthquake in the area around the nuclear explosion site. Now students, let us discuss about some important terms related to earthquake. So first is seismic focus. Okay, you can see in first image. Okay, so seismic focus means a place of origin of an earthquake inside the earth. Inside the earth, that place of origin, place when it starts. Okay, that vibration start is called seismic focus. So from this point, shock waves spread in all directions. Now epicenter means the point on the surface of the earth directly above the focus of an earthquake is called an epicenter. So the impact of the earthquake is usually strongest near this point. Next is seismic waves. Now seismic waves is a wave generated inside the earth's surface due to the earthquake are called seismic waves or shock waves. Seismograph, the instrument which detects and records the intensity means magnitude of seismic waves generated by the earthquake is called seismograph. Seismograph is a graphical record of the intensity of seismic waves is called seismogram. And last is Richter scale. Now Richter scale is usually describe the magnitude of an earthquake. Now let us discuss about the magnitude of an earthquake through Richter scale. So magnitude of an earthquake is a measure of the amplitude of seismic waves. Okay, size of seismic waves. Now this Richter scale is the best known scale for measuring the magnitude of an earthquake. And who has devised this? Now this Richter scale was devised by Charles F. Richter, and the range of the Richter scale is from 0 to 10. So now students, let us discuss about the magnitude of an earthquake on a Richter scale and its impact. So if Richter scale shows from 0 to 2.9, then the level is mild, and its impact, it do not cause any damage, but it is recorded. And if Richter scale shows from 3 to 5.5, then the level is moderate. So it can be felt by all indoors, windows may break, things may fall off from the shelves. If the Richter scale shows 5.6 to 7, then the level is strong. So it causes slight damage to the buildings. It can cause major damage to poorly constructed buildings, and things fall off from shelves. From 7.1 to 7.9, it is very strong. So in this, well-built structures get destroyed. And if Richter scale shows from 8 to 10, then the level is disastrous. So most structures, bridges and railway tracks get destroyed. Now students, let us discuss about the damaging effects of an earthquake. So first, man-made structures like building, railway tracks, roads, bridges, factories, dams, etc. get severely damaged in earthquakes. Second, fire often break out following earthquakes, which can be caused by sparking from electrical short circuit. Third, groundwater pipes usually ruptures. Ruptures means breakdown. Totally disrupting means disturbing municipal water supply system. Tremors in hilly areas and mountains can cause landslides. So again, which can cause a huge loss of life and property. Next, sewer systems can burst open, releasing sewage water that can cause epidemic. Earthquake can change the course of river. Course means direction of river, and cause floods. Communication system comes to a standstill. Electrical poles get uprooted. Mobile phones and TV tower collapse. And last, Earthquake under the ocean floor sometimes generate a powerful sea waves, which is called tsunamis. Now earthquake safe building. Now following steps should be taken to make the buildings earthquake safe. So first, in highly seismic areas, the use of light construction materials like mud or timber is better than using a heavy construction materials. Keep roof as light as possible. So in case of structure falls during earthquake, the damage will not be heavy. Second, it is better if the cupboards and shelves are fixed to the walls so that they do not fall easily. Third, wall clocks, photo frames, water heater, etc. should be hanged properly so that in the event of earthquake they do not fall on people. Next, all buildings, especially tall buildings, should have firefighting equipments in working order. And last, install outward opening doors and ensure that door opens easily. Now safety measures to be taken during an earthquake. If you are outside your house, so what outside safety measures you have to take? First, move to an open area like garden or park immediately. Second, if you are traveling in your car or a bus, do not come out and ask the driver to drive slowly to an open area away from tall buildings, trees, bridges, flyovers or near electric cables. Third, move away from buildings or any other structures that can collapse. Indoor safety measure. If you are inside your house, so what safety measures you have to take during an earthquake? First, take shelter under a table and stay there till the shaking stops. Second, if you are in bed, do not get up and protect your head with a pillow. Third, if you manage to come out of your house, go to an open space like garden or a park where you will be a lot safer. Next, stay away from windows, bookcases, file cabinets, heavy mirrors or any other objects that could fall. If you are in the kitchen, move away from refrigerator, cooking gas, stove and overhead cabinets. And last, turn off the power supply and gas supply. Thank you.